Look at how Jesus responded to the woman. "Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted." It was not her words, her status, or her actions that impressed him, it was her belief. She trusted that even a crumb of his power could change everything. And her faith made it so. Now, think about your own journey. What are you trusting him for? What miracle are you asking him to perform? Do not let doubt or fear hold you back. Approach him boldly. Not because of what you can do, but because of who he is. Your prayer for financial miracle is not too big for him to handle. He is the God who provides, the God who heals, the God who multiplies. Trust that as you place your faith in him, he will not only meet your needs but exceed them in ways you cannot yet see. Faith does not deny the reality of the challenge, it declares the greater reality of God's power. So, my child, stand firm on this truth. The same Jesus who commended the faith of the Canaanite woman is the one who hears your prayers today. Let your faith rise like a flame, burning away doubt and fear. And watch as he moves mountains, opens doors, and turns impossibilities into testimonies. God's love knows no boundaries, my beloved child. Let this truth sink deeply into your heart. The love of God knows no limits. It does not stop at borders, cultural lines, or human-made distinctions. The story of the Canaanite woman is a vivid reminder of this boundless love. She was not of the chosen people, she was an outsider, deemed unworthy by the standards of her time. Yet, in the eyes of Jesus, her faith transcended every barrier. Do you ever feel like an outsider? Like your prayer for financial miracle is too insignificant? Your situation too hopeless? Or your past too messy for God to care? The Canaanite woman must have felt that way as she approached Jesus, knowing full well the societal judgments stacked against her. But she didn't let those judgments define her. She saw past the barriers and recognized a love that could not be constrained by human boundaries. Jesus' response to her shows us something extraordinary. He didn't simply grant her request, he praised her faith in a way rarely seen in Scripture. "Woman, you have great faith," he declared. This was not just an acknowledgement of her persistence, it was a testament to the fact that God's love and mercy extend to all who seek him with an open and trusting heart. Do not let the lies of unworthiness or fear keep you from approaching him. His love is not reserved for a select few, it is for everyone who calls upon his name. Whether you are burdened by financial struggles, broken relationships, or a past you wish you could erase, his arms are open wide. Your prayer for financial miracle is not a cry into the void, it is a whisper to a God who listens, who cares, and who moves mountains for his children. Look closely at how Jesus responded to the woman. He didn't merely meet her halfway, he embraced her need fully, granting her request with joy. His love is the same for you. It does not hesitate. It does not hold back. And it does not waver. It is a love that moves through every obstacle to meet you where you are, lifting you up and filling you with hope. Beloved, remember this, God's love does not measure your worthiness by your accomplishments or failures. It sees you through the lens of his grace. When you approach him with humility, as the Canaanite woman did, you are not met with rejection but with open arms and boundless compassion. His love is not limited by your circumstances, it is greater than any challenge you face. Let this truth transform the way you see your situation. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. The God who healed the daughter of a woman from a distant land is the same God who sees your needs and desires to meet them. His love reaches across every divide, breaks through every barrier, and offers you the fullness of His grace. So, my child, bring your burdens, your hopes, and your prayer for financial miracle to Him. Trust that His love will surround you, guide you, and provide for you in ways that exceed your imagination. His love knows no boundaries, and neither do the blessings He has prepared for you. The power of a sincere prayer. There is an incredible force that moves heaven and earth. It is the power of a sincere prayer. The Canaanite woman's plea was not elaborate, it was not adorned with grand words or lengthy speeches. It was raw, heartfelt, and unwavering. "Lord, help me," she said. 3 simple words that carried the weight of a mother's love, a desperate hope, and an unshakable belief. These words were enough to catch the attention of Jesus and open the door to her miracle. Have you ever felt unsure about how to pray? Perhaps your prayer for financial miracle feels too small, too simple, or even unworthy of divine attention. But let me remind you, child, that God is not looking for perfection in your words, He is looking at the sincerity of your heart. It is not the length of your prayer that matters, but the depth of your trust. The Canaanite woman's prayer was sincere because it came from a place of absolute dependency. She knew that there was no other source of healing, no other solution to her problem. Her words reflected her deep conviction that Jesus alone could answer her cry. This kind of prayer moves mountains, not because of its eloquence but because of its authenticity. Think about your own prayers. Are they filled with genuine faith? Or do they waver under the weight of doubt? When you lift your prayer for financial miracle, let it come from the depths of your heart, trusting that God hears even the faintest whisper. Just as the Canaanite woman's cry for help reached Jesus' ears, so too does your prayer reach the throne of heaven. God values sincerity over formality. A heartfelt plea, spoken in the quiet of your room or in the stillness of your soul, is more powerful than the most polished speech. The sincerity of your prayer reflects the depth of your relationship with Him. It shows that you recognize Him as the source of all provision, healing, and hope. Jesus responded to the woman's prayer not because of its complexity, but because of its faith. He saw in her words a trust so profound that it could not be denied. "Woman, you have great faith," He said.